Begin. Okay, hello, my name is David West. Basically the editor, producer, director of the show. Episode right now I'm commentating on is episode 5, which is called Adobe Audacity. The reason I decided to name it that is because this is the first episode that I used the editing software program, Adobe Photoshop, on. And we had Audacity, so now we could pitch change voices. Well, first let me just talk about episode names, how we name them. Basically, I just usually make it up when I'm editing the credits, putting credits in. Episode 1 is called Pilot, just because it was a pilot episode. Episode 2907 is because when I was editing it, the first half of the episode, it was 9 minutes and 7 seconds when we introduced Busta Rhymes. So basically, we worked up to there to see how much time we have left. And in case you're wondering, this has nothing to do with anything. This never happened before. I just decided to just show you like what I was capable now that I had Adobe Photoshop putting in real backgrounds. Anyway, episode 3, Emo Remix. That was the name of the beat that Rob made, and we decided to use it for the Bee Gees concert. Episode 4, Urinal Bandits. I don't know, it was just a funny name that Kenny thought of, and we ended up using it for the team name, the Real Me and Kenny, our team, in the bowling tournament. Episode 5, as I said, I had the 2 new programs I wanted to use. This video here with the giraffe and the kids, that was just a video that came with Windows Movie Maker. I decided to throw it in for an intro. Episode 6, Maniacal Dr. Huxtable. Just a funny thing Kenny said while we were making the episode. So, why not? By the way, and plus, I think about Bill Cosby taking over the world. Anyway, 7, Vomit. I believe when we were working on that episode 7, Miden, my brother, it was throwing up constantly, vomiting in the bathroom for no reason. He had nothing to drink, nothing to eat, just woke up and started vomiting. Episode 8, Mutant Melee. Oh, that was actually a game that Kenny had recently purchased, and we'd been playing all day. It's a Ninja Turtles game, fighting type. And basically, we were having fun playing it, and that's why Raphael appeared in the episode. Anyway, episode 9, Drugs and Guns. Just driving back from Kenny's house, we saw a funny, ad on the side of a bus that said drugs and guns equal prison, and I don't know why, but we both laughed, and just stuck in my head, so, not that I'd, listen to it or anything like that. It stuck in my head, so hey, let's just name an episode after that, since it has nothing to do with it. Episode 10, Projectile. Basically, one of the random parties over Tyler's, Meden was projectile vomiting into a bucket. So, we had plus the footage at the end from that little party. Decided, hey, let's name it after that. Episode 11, Shave Bush. Basically halfway through filming, Kenny got his head shaved by Tyler, which is in the credits, and we were drinking Bush the entire time while making this episode. That's why everything is kind of, we're really bad at the episode and doing the voices, kind of groggy and all that, Episode 12, a look back. Basically, the episode is a look back at the season. It just shows, the whole episode is just clips. And episode 13, finale, it's the season finale. Anyway, let's get back to the episode. Okay, here they are at the gym. Lou and Steve appear in every episode for this first season. In case you didn't know, I do the voice of Brent and Steve. Kenny does the voice of Bruce and Lou, and also Damon Wayne's here. Basically, this is what I was talking about. Previously, in the first episodes of the season, 1 through 4, all I had was Paint, basic program that comes with every computer. So basically, it took forever to animate, and I couldn't use real backgrounds, or else all the characters would have blocks around them. Since I had to put it on a real background, and it's hard to cut around the guy perfect when I do the copy and paste. So basically, now we could use real backgrounds, so we could actually have them in outdoor places that actually look like that, outdoor places, not just like in episode 1, the bus. It's just monotone ground, monocolored sky, and just a single house which is horribly chopped out. The guys here, that's the real me, the real Kenny. There's me. About a year and a half ago. There's Kenny a year and a half ago. That's Mike Valley. I voiced him. That's Joe. Joe Kern, this dude that me and Kenny know. I used to go to school with him. So did Kenny. I went to school with him up through 8th grade. Kenny went to school with him at 9th grade and after, something like that. You know, kind of, you know, basically how he is in this episode is how he is in real life. Okay. Yeah, it's Bruce, voiced by Kenny Rushka. Brent, voiced by me. Wait, okay, let's get back to this. Yeah, and this is one of those scenes where it looks pretty decent, and I had a really small area to put all the characters in. I really started to exploit it. Basically, when I got Adobe Photoshop, I just played around with it and just figured all this out. So, if I had this from the beginning, trust me, the show would have been a lot better than the starting out. But yeah, I adjust it really quick, and basically I just, for the close-up faces, all I do is use the crop control, go in, save the picture as a JPG image, then I just go at undo, and it goes back to the original picture. So it undoes the crop, but it still saves what I did. Or like for how me and Kenny, how our faces change, I would just crop where their heads are, just the background, like what the background looks like, and I just put in the new pictures that we took of our heads. Announcer is also voiced by me. A little too. Another thing about this episode is that we had a new microphone because we broke the old one. If you listen to episode 4, the bowling tournament one, Urinal Bandits, you'll notice that the microphone breaks at the end, and everything is really like hard to hear. I want to take a wild guess how the sound effects was made. It was Kenny with McDonald's straw, just moving it up and down the lid. That was me as the audience. Kenny is Tim Allen. That's just a monocolored red background with just Tim Allen close up. Yep. Same picture of Joe, different picture of Mike Valley. I don't know why. I forget why I changed him. Also, I did the voice of Ben Stein in this episode, and you'll see it later in the episode when we do commercials. Basically, hold on. In case you couldn't tell, that was just he did that one take. He just said, "All right, Ben, let's see what we got, Ben." Like he didn't. I don't know why. I just came up with. I just thought of it. I was like, it'd be pretty funny if I just looped it, and so I did. In case you couldn't tell, it's just the same Ben over and over and over again. Yeah, as I was saying, later in the episode you'll see commercials. The only reason we threw them in is because we had Audacity and we wanted to try out the pitch changer. So we pitched, Kenny and myself, we pitched our voices up for the children just because we were interested in like seeing what our voices were like, high pitched, and it sounded kind of funny. So we're like, hey, let's just throw promos in there because like it's actually on TV.
That would be Chris Tucker.
All these questions are we just made up on the spot. Because for how we do the show is we improv the whole thing. I think I've only written 2 episodes. I think I wrote the first half of episode 3, and I wrote the first half of episode 6, but it's still like mostly improv. Basically, for episodes like this, we're just sitting around saying, hey, what should this episode be about? Have them go to a game show. And we'll be like, alright, well, let's have them at the house. We do the scene. They're like, where do they go next? Out front, we do the scene. This, we're just basically record about 30 seconds, or a little scene. Like basically, here we did a question and the response, and that was the end of our record. And then we'd do another one and be like, quick, think of a question. All right, let's do it.
Next question. What show did yours truly star in?
Oh, here's a thing I'll talk about. This long pause, which, if you're watching this episode, if it appears on TV or if you watch it online, which is not online, but when it goes online, I'm gonna cut all the episodes down to 11 minutes. So this long pause here is gonna get cut out. But basically, what's going on here is the sound effect of the whistle is the sound effect on Kenny's phone, and because that last recording session lasted so long, Kenny's phone shut off by itself, and he just realized that when he went to hit it. So that's what that long pause is, him turning the phone back on. Just something you want to know. There you go. Yeah. Just a little thing, yeah. Now you know. Anyway,
Yeah,
back to the episode. Kenny, yeah, I didn't have a picture of him, his close-up in the booth. I don't remember why I didn't. I think it looked really crappy because you could see my head in there, all choppy, so I decided just to use the same close-up from us in the little alleyway type meeting area.
Damian Waynes.
That's close
That's
enough.
close
All
enough.
right.
That's Damon Wayans. Correct. Good job. All right. Question 5.
In case you didn't notice, also every round is for some reason lightning round. That was a little thing I wanted to throw in since the beginning. Just Tim Allen, just quick. Joe, what's the other? I don't know. You know, something like that.
Way to go. All right. That's the end of this round.
All right, here's the first commercial.
With round 2, lightning round. Hi, Mom.
There's me, and there's Kenny.
It's platinum oil. Wow, it looks like lots
Platinum
of
oil running gag in this episode. Oh,
awesome product. Any
as of yet, we haven't used that again, but I think we might in season 2 bring platinum oil back since it's, you know, illegal to buy.
Me neither.
Basically,
All right, welcome back to the show.
Basically, we
You
just
know, I'm Tim Allen.
found that picture online, and that's where we came up with the idea of platinum oil, the actual name. We just
Okay, here we go with round 2,
Borrowed
lightning round. In this round,
We didn't make up the name,
will be
sorry.
given a item or art
Oh, the drawing scene. Okay.
draw.
Basically, me and Kenny just drew stupid pictures,
Art thing, and it won't matter,
and then we
but
just said,
first
what's the
thing we
complete
have here is,
opposite of what we drew? Oh, and this, right here, this beat, this is the only beat I've ever made. It's not that bad. I just made it for this episode.
All right, let's see what y'all got there. Okay.
The only one that actually resembles an airplane. Like that, Kenny's drawn,
Um,
and that I drew, and Kenny drew the
none of them seem to be
private
accurate,
parts
so,
on it.
We're just gonna
But
go
like we just looked at those and said, hey, what is that? A complete opposite. An airplane.
All right,
And so we
next got here is a,
made the question of
cup
airplane.
coffee, so not too hard to draw. Let's see who can draw a cup of coffee.
And they drew it.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
Kenny just drawn,
Okay, that's all right.
because he,
Well, I designed this one to look a lot
that
like
was,
my mom's cup of
I
coffee.
forget, I believe I drew that.
Very,
I'm
very
not
nice.
sure though. It's been a long time since we made these episodes. It's been about a
Let's see what we
year.
got over here.
I drew that one, I remember.
Still not giving any credit for this.
We drew all these on paint.
Let's see
We
what we
just
got next. All right,
used the
next
brush
we
tool
have
and just quickly drew something.
pizza. All right, you may have heard of it, but draw as close to what you think this looks like as you can, and I'll be back later with the results.
And basically for this one, again, same thing.
Okay, let's see them. Oh man.
Toy machine monster.
Oh, well,
I like
well,
skating toy machines.
looks
That's
to me like
Kenny's
they all-
drawing.
They all kind of suck, but we're gonna go with
And the real Mona Lisa. Somehow they drew it with just a pencil. Okay.
All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Commercial number 2.
You wanna hear about new product?
That's Kenny's
I
voice,
sure do.
and there's me.
It's
There's my
called
voice.
platinum oil. You
Again,
can't
another
get
pitch. We
it.
just,
The dope has
I believe it was the
been
same
in
pitch. We just
Really, I
changed
like
our
it.
voices
Care
when
about what
recording
the
this.
Give it to all those you care about.
Look. Again, platinum oil, illegal to buy. Basically here,
Our winner. And,
commercial.
So, thanks again to all our
Technical
winners.
problem,
And,
commercial,
we'll see you
went too
again
long,
right here
came
next
back late.
time.
I think that was my first like movement on Adobe Photoshop, and it cut off too quick. This was a little sword fighting scene me and Kenny did, sped it up, and the ending, little bonus thing after the credits for you. If you've never seen the show 24 like me, who's never seen it, I suggest you watch it, and just watch this episode.
People's lives are at risk.
Bye.